Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is up, everybody on the wonderful Facebook? Just waiting for the other side to wake up. There we go. Usually about a 15-second delay. All right, and as you can see, I'm in the office, bringing this place back to life. Next week we're going to start unquarantining in central New York, so that'll be exciting. And I'm going to start seeing a few people. I've already sent out an email, but make a note on here. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, we're going to open up availability. We're going to have all of the standard precautions in place, such as, obviously, I would recommend you bringing your mask with you. I have a mask. We've got our disinfecting wipes. Should be getting a big thing of hand sanitizer as well. We're also putting a buffer on the end of every session to be able to ensure that I can go through and I can fully clean the office, everything from the door handle that you touch, the door top to bottom, the chairs, fully disinfect as much as humanly possible, just to make sure that we're helping to stop the spread, if there is still a spread going around, as people start to reintegrate back into normalcy. So that's pretty exciting. I'm very happy to be able to start seeing people on a very regular basis again. It's been very hard for me to not be able to do that. I don't like when people send me messages how they're having setbacks because, they lack that accountability, and being able to come in the office and sit down and be able to work through some of these issues is very important to me. So very excited about that. All right, ready? The three words we're gonna talk about today are embrace the uncertainty. Heard this in a book I've been listening to, and it really pretty much stuck. And this is a book that was written a while ago, but embrace the uncertainty. So as we start to see the other side of Quarantineville, one of the things that when I heard that, I started thinking about it, and I was like, man, that's super applicable to what we have been dealing with for the last, 60 days or so, is the uncertainty. We have no idea. So it goes back to this thought process of, control what you can control, and then whatever you can't control, you can't let it stress you. And when you embrace the uncertainty and you say, you know what, I embrace it. It's okay. It's fine to have this uncertainty in this era of, masks and super sanitization and everything else that's going on, because, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't control the weather. So why am I going to let that dictate my mood for the day? I can't control how many people are standing in the checkout at Wegmans right now, but I can dictate how I respond to those situations. I can't dictate what Governor Cuomo says I can or cannot do, but I can dictate my actions based on his statements, right? So I can control what I can control, and what I can't control, I have to let it go, and I have to accept that I can't control everything. And that's really important, so then it's like, okay, well, what can we control? Well, we can control, our attitude and our mood. Okay, so a lot of times we hear throughout the day, probably 10,000 thoughts go through your mind about, whether it's self-doubt or, you can't do this, or I'm struggling with this, or I don't want to do that. And those we don't want. We don't want your thoughts to be what defines you. We want your actions to be what defines you. So in times like this, where it's easy to go on social media and see the negativity and see all of this, this crazy fake news, like conspiracy theory, whether those things are true or not, I have no control over that. You have no control over that. And the person sitting next to you has no control over that. So I'm not going to let that dictate everything that I do. I'm going to read something that someone puts out there that's a conspiracy theorist that says that this was thought up of the Chinese government to show how weak the rest of the world is. If I let that consume me and I think about that, and then all of a sudden, how is my action? What are my actions going to be? How is my day-to-day persona going to be? Like, how am I going to carry myself? Everything down to what I'm going to do. I don't want that. And I don't want you to want that. I want you to be defined by these actions of someone who is, pays it forward, who is disciplined, who takes ownership of a situation and of the actions. That's the type of person that you want to strive to become, is someone who's defined by their actions, not by their thought process. Because if you just sit back and think about for 10 minutes some of the thoughts that might have gone through your head that you haven't said out loud, you'd probably be shocked at some of the things that you've thought about. Today it's sunny, but like yesterday it was super cloudy and I think it rained a little bit. And were you the person that was like, God, I just hate New York. I just hate that it's always cloudy here. We never get any sunshine. Or were you the person that's like, you know what? It's fine that it's cloudy. It's fine that it's raining. It's fine that it's not sunny, because I'm still going to stick to my plan. I'm still going to execute. I'm still going to finish what I started. And even if it's raining a little bit, that's fine. I can get wet. I have a raincoat. I have rain boots. Like, I'm ready to go. That's the type of person that you want to be, is you want to be defined by your actions. You want people to see, you want that neighbor, think of it. And I use this example with the habit of running, but we'll use it now for, the habit of action and whatever that action might be. And we can use running. So your neighbor sits inside and they live based on their thoughts. You go outside and you live based on, and you live and utilize those actions, right? And you want to be known for your action. And every day, and it's yesterday. It's cloudy, it's rainy, it's crappy out. And your neighbor's like, I'm not going out in this. I hate New York, and this weather just sucks, and I'm so tired of this and this quarantine and blah, blah, blah. And you're out there and you're like, you know what? I can't control the weather, but I can make sure that these flowers that I've been meaning to trim are taken care of, or these bushes that are meaning to be taken care of are taken care of, and that this mulch is spread. And you're out there doing the stuff that you don't necessarily want to do, but you know that it has to be done, instead of living by the way that your neighbor is. So that's where I say embrace. That's what I took when I heard embrace the uncertainty. Is, we can't control the uncertainty, but we can control how we respond to it. And that's the most important thing you can do. Are you going to be the person that just lays down and lets this whole 60 days set you back 5 years? Or are you going to be the person that says, you know what, I'm going to come away with this, and I'm going to work on building myself, whether it's physically from working out, whether it's in the kitchen with my food, whether it's, spending more time doing yoga, or getting this certification or that certification, or I'm going to do something to better myself. I'm going to create it. I'm going to create a better relationship with my kids. I finally have that opportunity. I hated how their teacher was doing something. Now I can take that time and I can help them do it the way that I really like, in the way that I really wanted to see them doing math, because to me that makes more sense. And now you're taking that ownership and you're putting yourself in that position to be more successful. Again, success doesn't always have to equate to financial gain. It's great when it does, but it doesn't always have to equate to financial gain. So, taking control of, of any of those situations is going to make you a better, stronger person. So when you come out of the other side of this, all of a sudden it's like, man, if I was able to do well in that situation, this is a cakewalk, right? So those were what I wanted you guys to see today, or what I wanted to talk about today. Yeah, and again, comments aren't working. So let me see if I can figure out what's going on here, and I can see who's on. Yeah, it's not working. Bummer. Oh, I see.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday. How's everybody?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. I'll go back a little bit later and I'll look through some of your guys' comments and see if there's anything that you guys want me to address. And again, if there's any questions that you guys have, if there's anything that you would like me to cover, in this, whether it's, hey, I've been looking at doing this type of nutrition plan, shoot me a message. I'm more than happy to go through a lot of that stuff with you. That's part of how I want this to go, is I want it to be more of a, if you guys have questions, I will do my best to answer them. But I hope you guys have a great day. Looks like it's going to be beautiful outside. Another sunny day in Syracuse. Can't complain. So hope you guys have a chance to get outside and enjoy some of this weather. It's a little chilly out, so just put a hat on, put a coat on, and I guarantee you'll probably be fine. So till tomorrow, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day.